On March 14, 2024, Ghana woke to an unprecedented digital silence. The nation found itself largely disconnected from the internet. This outage was not a mere inconvenience. It was a stark reminder of the internet's critical role in modern life. Businesses reliant on online transactions ground to a halt. Government services increasingly digitized faced disruptions. Individuals accustomed to instant communication felt isolated. The impact reverberated beyond Ghana's borders, affecting the broader West African sub-region. Ghana, a digital hub in the region, saw its interconnectedness severed, highlighting the vulnerability of a digitally reliant world. The outage underscored the internet's evolution from a luxury to a necessity. It exposed the fragility of the digital lifelines connecting nations. From everyday citizens to multinational corporations, the outage painted a clear picture. A world without the internet is a world disrupted. The financial implications were immediate and widespread. Businesses lost revenue. Online transactions were impossible. The flow of information, critical for decision-making, slowed to a trickle. The outage was a stark reminder of the economic cost of internet disruptions in an increasingly digitalized world. The social impact was equally profound. Communication channels, heavily reliant on internet-based platforms, went silent. Families and friends struggled to connect. Social media, a lifeline for many, became a source of frustration. The outage highlighted the internet's role in fostering social cohesion and the isolating effects of its absence. When there is a loss in service, customers must be compensated. There is a call for service user agreements to be reviewed immediately to cover eventualities such as this and ensure Ghanaians receive a fair deal. The root of Ghana's internet blackout lay not in cyber attacks or technical failures, but allegedly in the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. Off Côte d'Ivoire, a suspected undersea rock slide was said to have severed multiple submarine cables. These cables, the lifeblood of Ghana's internet connectivity, lay damaged on the ocean floor. The incident exposed a vulnerability often overlooked, the physical infrastructure underpinning the digital world. The primary culprits in Ghana's outage were four major submarine cable systems: ACE, Main 1, SAT-3, WASC, and WAX. Coincidentally, in addition to these cable impacts, there was an ongoing cable cut in the Red Sea. EIG, SEACOM, AAAE-1 were also impacting the east coast of Africa. Wow. Sure, it could just be a coincidence. These cables carry the vast majority of Ghana's international internet traffic. Their simultaneous disruption led to a near-total internet blackout. While alternative routes and Google's Equiano cable provided limited connectivity, the damage to the four primary cables proved catastrophic. The incident highlighted the importance of redundancy in internet infrastructure, a lesson learnt the hard way. As we move away from the incident, we must ask the crucial questions to ensure customers are covered in future. The undersea rock slide, a rare but powerful natural phenomenon, served as a stark reminder of the often unpredictable forces that can disrupt even the most critical infrastructure. Or could it be intentional, perhaps a sabotage? If reference the coincidence of the Red Sea fiber optic cable cuts? But who would stand to gain from a widespread outage such as this? It has certainly caused a loss to users of data services in Ghana. The question of compensation to the customers of the mobile network operating companies must be raised. The general public must not be expected to absorb the direct and indirect effects of their loss in service. The mobile network operating companies must support their customers better in such a time of unexpected loss of service. As Ghana grappled with the reality of a nationwide internet outage, a multi-pronged response effort swung into action. Mobile network operators, the first line of defense in such situations, quickly deployed backup systems and rerouted traffic through available channels. Their goal was to provide at least a semblance of connectivity while more permanent solutions were explored. These interim measures, while limited in scope, proved crucial in restoring some essential services. Emergency services reliant on communication networks were prioritized. Government agencies and financial institutions were given access to limited bandwidth to maintain critical operations. The initial hours of the outage were characterized by a sense of urgency and a scramble to find solutions. Mobile network operators worked tirelessly to optimize their networks for the limited bandwidth available. Citizens, accustomed to constant connectivity, adapted as best they could, relying on offline resources and traditional communication methods. Again, as citizens did not expect such a disaster, they must be safeguarded from the losses this outage brought about. The NCA and the MNOs must review all mobile network service user agreements in order to provide a fair service to Ghanaians and offer a ring of protection around all service users. The outage highlighted the weaknesses of the current setup. But as always, the ingenuity and resilience of both service providers and citizens in the face of adversity. It also served as a stark reminder of the importance of robust backup systems and disaster recovery plans. However, in future, the preference is for the cable infrastructure to be better protected in situ and for all customers to be compensated whenever the service provider fails to maintain a consistent service. As expected by all paying users, the MNOs have a hefty responsibility on their shoulders, unquestionably. GH Watchdog will continue to bring you more on this topic, so we can get a better deal for the Ghanaian consumer, and consequently all visitors of Ghana.